Hey, so I thought it would be funny to screw with the guys and just start streaming early and play League of Legends on the stream. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So here we are. It's where we're at, boys. Just on here, getting a League of Legends game. How's my audio? Go to the YouTubes. This is on Adam. Adam loves Philly. He loves the Eagles. Adam Nutter. He loves the Eagles. Did they remove our first one too? What the hell happened? Oh, it's on mine.
Is the deadliest.
Take it, Cho'Gath. I should be in a dress right now.
I will be the best.
Fuck are you doing?
Oh, hey man, what's going on?
Are we live?
Oh yeah, we're live.
Oh, cool.
I just made it live early to play video games on stream, and I said that you loved the Eagles.
No, I
you
saw. That's actually why I joined to dispute this.
Oh,
this
really? You
bullshit.
saw me say that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Popped up on
Why?
my screen. So.
Oh. Well, that's how I feel about it. And now you're gonna watch me play this thing.
No, I'll come back at 8 because I forgot this is at 8. So.
Okay, well you can do that, but yeah, I'm just I'm out
will.
here just being live.
You do it. Have fun.
Don't tell me what to do.
Fair.
I'm all alone. I am the preeminent cultural anthropologist of E. Wright.
Minions have spawned. First blood.
Here I am on all of Adam Nutter's social media. Smoking weed and talking about the Eagles, playing video games badly. What are you questioning about, nerd? Oh my god, oh my god.
An enemy has been slain.
Ah, run away. Why did I go in there? She's right, you know. Monks. Oh, no, no, no. Don't get me. Gotcha. Nerd. Correct. Nerd.
An enemy has been slain. An ally ally has been slain.
Never gonna get me. Heard.
An enemy has been slain. You have been slain. An ally has been slain. Dominating.
Yo. It's just me. I took over the 5 Till Midnight stream in order to play League of Legends. This is the kind of antics that I become known for. So I have to do it. The role that I'm willing to play as the trickster. Call me Loki. Or don't. I wouldn't. It's a weird thing to ask people to do. I would like it to be known that I do have Loki-like characteristics. Though I don't know how much of being a trickster eating a mango on stream is, no matter how ridiculous you eat it. This is not real. This is not really the show. It says it's 5 Till Midnight, but it's not 5 Till Midnight. It's like 35 till midnight. We're not starting yet. That's what we should do. We should have
Triple kill.
that's what we should do. You know, it's 5 Till Midnight, and that's dope, but like it's 5 Till Midnight, and then we actually advertise it being at like, what is that, Greenwich Mean Time? Would that be midnight? Based on 8 p.m. on the East Coast? Who knows? I sure don't. I know how to tell time. That I didn't. Heard. Got wrecked.
Slain an enemy.
Wow.
You have been slain. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Shut down.
Oh, I'm on the air, huh? Am I? Did I go live? No, that's not live.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
That old man across the bridge, that damn fool.
Didn't start the live stream.
Shut down. Shut down. Shut down.
Audio is skipping, and that is very annoying.
Shut down. Shut down. Shut down. Aced.
I am Gregor, the eternal guardian of the howling abyss. Herself kills me. The great honor. She found my spirit here, so I can sound the horn for what I deserve. Sometimes I wish there were two
An enemy has been
the
slain.
howling abyss. Gets lonely here.
An enemy has been slain. Enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Oh, well, I'm streaming double right now. That's interesting. So I'm streaming. Oh, wait a minute.
Shut down. Ally has been slain.
Okay. I'm streaming. And I'm streaming. I should just add Adam Nutter to this stage. Program. Oh, it's up there. Okay, so I'm streaming this, and then I'm going to stream 5 till midnight from here. That's what's going to happen. So who's ever in this stream, I didn't even put the link in there, but the 5 till midnight stream is going to be on 8, but I can't stream that because someone's going to say something stupid because those guys are idiots. But I like them anyway. But yeah, I'm just playing League for the time being. Oh, my stream audio isn't even working, is it? Crap. Okay, how about that? It took 2 mics, but they're there. Oh, and I'm gonna lose this game. I'm an idiot, but I ate another person, and that does something. Well, that's not gonna do enough, though, is it? Trade picture? There I am. Wish I could make that bigger. I probably can somehow. GG get wrecked fish. Oh, who's a fish? Am I a fish? Oh, hello. Yeah, this isn't a real stream. This is just an aberration. I'm here in order to, show that there's another stream going on, but I will be doing this anyway, and I will be muting the other mic and talking shit about my friends during this one. So I guess you could stay in this one, but I don't know. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you want to also hear the other people, which is going to be on the 5 Till Midnight stream. That's going on right now. I mean, it's not really supposed to be going on right now, but it's like, this is a stream within a stream. Kind of crazy. Start at 8. And the link is in the comments. What's up? No sound fixed yet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, brother. I'm using the other mic for the other stream, so it'll be all good. Leave this on me for a second. The audio is skipping onto this, which I think is fine. We just need new drivers. Several people followed me. I wonder why. Boom, boom. So other people showing up. This is, crap. Oh, you guys didn't see that because I didn't have it up. A player is left during champ selection. That's gnarly. Why would you do that? Oh man, I want Italy. It looks like she's already trading for it. I really like Italy. Damn, bro. Sucks. Ooh, I'll take that. Trade. So if you're here, thank you. I love Italy. She's my favorite. And I hope that right here, I'm just flexing that I can live stream twice at once, which is pretty cool. Got some pretty decent internet, I think. Italy, ARAM. Who's in the comments here? My username is Nutter. Yeah, it's a ridiculous username, isn't it? It's Nutter is a ridiculous username. It's also ridiculous to like anyone but the Eagles, which is why Adam Nutter is such a huge fan. Oh man. Don't leave me, people. Come on. Oh, you must have joined the other stream, but probably not. Why would you? Because I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. God, this approach is not going to work. What the hell am I doing here? Oh, crap. There's actually people listening. It's high school all over again. Okay, what the frick am I supposed to get? That one. My audio's skipping, so I turned it off. I don't know what's happening. I'm not good at the technology. Oops. Shit, what the hell am I doing? I need the volume to be on to understand what's going on, but it is being annoying. Whatever. Let's turn it up anyway. Snipe them. ARAM enjoyer. Yes, dude. I love ARAM. I don't play Real League ever. But what's up, Frenchie? Glad to see you, man. I don't know if you've ever watched 5 Till Midnight before, but my friends are way dumber than I am. I am an enjoyer of ARAM. I know it gets made fun of, but it's too much for me. The Real League is too much. I forget that other people play Real League. Ooh. You play TFT? I started with TFT and now I only play ARAM, but I like TFT as well. I can't follow it. It gets near the end of the game and I don't know what's going on and it's too fast and I'm like, normally play a lot of strategy games. Get fucked. Throwing up a question mark on me when I'm slaying dudes, man. Italy is one of my best. Wait, where's everybody else, dude? We got like, we do not have that much time. My gosh. Yeah, I think people get way too into the Real League. That's why I like to play this one because it's pretty complicated. It's really fun and it's really action heavy and it doesn't take that long. I couldn't do those long games, even though I end up playing like 6 of these in a row sometimes. Not so much anymore, but when I was less busy. Shit. Alrighty then. If you're joining the Illegitimate Scholar one, you can hop onto the 5 Till Midnight one. I think they'll be here any minute. Where are my friends, man? Oh, Luke's gonna miss it. Didn't you miss it last week, Luke? You freaking asshole. Okay. Okay. We'll see who else signs up. Who else comes? Maybe people let it go. Maybe they gave up on it. Yo. Oh, there's a Monday night game on tonight, isn't there? This is American football. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah. I'm a terrible teammate. Yo. Gosh darn it. Missed. Ooh, gotcha. Oh man, that was slightly off screen, but oh crap. Oh, I should have given that to you. Sorry. Oh crap. That's okay. That's a-okay. If you're in here, you might want to join the 5 till midnight stream, or maybe not, because it looks like my colleagues are not even showing up, which is okay. I don't need them. I can do the whole show on my own. I can just eat mangoes for the entire thing. I will. I'll do it. I don't care, dude. I don't care. Okay. Another terror attack in Bruxelles today? Oh no. Bruxelles, what is that? Is that Brussels in some other language? Like I assume French, I guess. Kill 2 Swedes. ISIS? Daesh related? Huh. That's wild, dude. That's not good. I had not heard of that. Capital of Belgium. Yeah, okay. We just spell that differently in English. Damn, dude, I didn't know that. That's where Rick Diaz is. Well, it's where he lives. He's from Spain, but it's a comedian on Kill Tony. One of those things. My family, like my grandfather's Hungarian, and like we say Hungary, and then in Hungarian, it's like Magyarszavag. Like it's not even close. It's like different roots. German does that a lot too. Suspect is uncaught fleeing. Jesus. Like a machete or something? Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Shut up, nerd. Hey, you shut up, nerd.
Dude, you playing League of Legends right now?
I'm playing ARAM right now.
Wow, dude.
I've been streaming this for a little while. That's what I've been doing. One of my listeners in the comments, I call him Frenchie because he's French. He's a nice guy. Meta Negan. Smarter than any of you fucking retards.
Well, it's a
Sorry,
little
That's not
more
that
fair.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to be accepted.
I've been playing nothing
Why-
but Dead Island 2. I got the new Remnant 2, but I've put that on the back burner.
I have not been playing a lot of video games. I've been trying to make a documentary like an asshole.
Are you seriously making a fucking documentary about Jimmy Buffett?
I swear. Did you think that was a joke?
I thought it was a joke.
Sort
You
of.
thought that was a joke? No, I mean, no, that's real. Like we recorded for dude, I bought like $4,000 of equipment. Like it's legit.
Dude, your
Like,
camera looks better.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say
it's
the same
on
thing.
the camera setup. I have professional equipment. I'm streaming to my own channel right now, as well. Like I'm streaming to both of them. I have Ethernet plugged in to both of them. I just spent $400 just on lights, and that's just for the streaming
Dude,
setup.
my backlighting was $40, and I think that looks pretty damn good.
I know. I got a lot of it, and to illuminate like all back here and shit.
Okay. I think my setup looks pretty damn good for not spending too much money.
No, it's good. It's
I'm a
good.
cheap
It's just,
fucker. But your
Yeah.
camera looks way better than mine. My camera was like I want to say probably about $200. I got a little Dell camera. It's supposed to be able to like autofocus in, but it doesn't do that. Like it's supposed to be able to like zoom in on you by itself, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
It's like an AI one. I've seen those.
No, I don't know
You have to use
exactly how
AI
it
for
works.
that. But
Okay.
that I think by definition that's AI. I could be wrong though. But they've had that tech for a while. It's not like modern AI. Yeah, I was kind of thinking this game was going to be over by the time we started, but
Is Adam in the top right corner?
Adam, yeah, that is Adam, but he said he'd be back. Like he jumped in like a long time ago.
Oh.
But
Well,
that's
Luke's being gay.
Well-
he's actually joining the IDF.
oh really?
So,
Doubt that.
You know what?
yeah.
If you looked at some of them fucking women that were dancing, I mean,
Psyop. It's a psyop.
who could blame them?
I psyop. I can blame him.
Dude, yeah, I feel that. I've seen some of those.
No, they're definitely hot, but it's still a psyop. Like, no, dude.
I know, dude. There's like someone in the army, and she does like all these TikTok videos.
Probably heard
And she like,
Josh in Army. I think they got that in the
Yes.
U.S. Army too.
yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I meant. The U.S.
Oh,
Army.
okay,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. I've seen her videos, and I'm like, wow, dude, this is like all she does is make videos of like her in the army, and she's a very attractive woman, and she's like talking about army stuff, and I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
this is smart, man.
Oh,
like,
it is.
like,
And there's also the somebody said this, like Alaric posted out a tweet and then it got copied by some other people. Like, I just saw an advertisement for the U.S. Army with a white
Yeah.
guy in it. We are so back. Or no, the first one was like, we're going to war. Like, yeah, that's not great, but way she goes.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty crazy. I almost feel like it's much more likely that they'll send troops to Israel before they'll send troops to Ukraine.
Oh my god, without a doubt, just because of the
Yeah.
military ties are so deep
Yeah.
between the IDF and then the U.S. Military.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was a shift in the media where they are looking at it a little bit differently now. Like apparently there's this thing that came out today where it seems like Biden kind of backed off of it, and there was this leaked email. Who knows if it was meant to be leaked or
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was real or not.
but like it's you've seen that though. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I mean, you got to remember his top State Department official, Anthony Blinken, is like a super hardcore Zionist. And he went over there and met with Netanyahu and said that, like, as long as America exists, we will protect Israel. Like, he is die hard.
Yeah.
fucking
And not that guy, just the other guy. I can't remember his name.
Jake
right
Sullivan?
now. No, the other face. He's always answering questions from the media. I don't know. I can't remember his name right now, but he basically said that the Ukraine funding was coming to the end. Kirby. It was Kirby. And he said the Ukraine
John
funding
Kirby, yeah.
was coming to the end of its rope. And like that was like not even like brought up in the media. It was just like a clip I saw someone share on like Twitter. And I was like,
to
wow.
be kind of fair, yeah, a lot of officials of the State Department have kind of put out, feelers for the last while to say like, hey, we kind of want to wind down this whole Ukraine deal. And like about a year ago, maybe not a year ago, well, actually, yeah, back in like last August, actually, they were starting to kind of say that because I think they wanted to start putting a little bit more towards Taiwan. But then all this shit popped off.
Yeah.
Now I think they're like, all right, well, fuck it, let's do everything. And now they're trying to put forth that bill where it's Ukraine, Taiwan, and Israel, which are like, that's the three theaters right there, right? You
Like,
want to get bogged down over there and give China a black eye. You want to give Russia a black eye, and you want to fuck Iran up, and that's the big goal.
Can we just not? Like, can we not, please?
I'm doing everything I can.
It's pretty crazy, and I think it's just wild that I don't know. I think it's not a coincidence that like I think Hamas like kind of saw weakness in the West and took advantage of it, and I think because I don't know.
Well, they had been planning. Hamas planned this attack for about like 2 years now because there was a major attack back in 2021, and then. I think we talked about in our group chat a little bit, but like they were getting intelligence. Israel was getting intelligence for like Egypt and I think even like Qatar, and they were saying like, "Hey, something's going to happen." And I know you were talking a lot about this, but it's kind of like they didn't know if they could take that seriously or not. But then, I mean, they really fucking went the bears at them now. But I mean, it's comparatively now. Israel's killed over like 1,000 children in Palestine, and I mean their casualties on the Palestinian side are just racking up enormously, and I don't think it's going to stop.
Yeah,
I
mean they've explicitly said because it's like the freaking they have nowhere to go, and they're saying everybody there is going to be considered a combatant, and then they're trapped in on all sides.
So, dude, they're telling people to evacuate hospitals.
I know, dude. I know.
Yeah, dude. What's crazy though
about it too much because we'll get attacked for it.
Yeah, what's crazy to me though is that Hamas attacked Israel, and like worldwide support is in for the Palestinians. Like we see it in major cities across America, and I know some of it's like a lot of it comes from the left, but it's pretty amazing that they can't capture the narrative like they could before. Like when we were kids, I mean, we were all kids when like Iraq happens. We don't. I mean, I don't really remember like the whole war propaganda, but I remember like being in like what was like 2011, I think, or 2009. I don't know. Whenever Obama did the surge in Afghanistan, that was a big like we have to do this, and like we're like, and there was still like most people kind of went along with like the whole we got to fight them over there. Yeah, fight them over there so we don't bring them over here. But like nowadays, it's like the young right wing people are not on board with this. Like the younger generation, the whole entire left is against this pretty much. Like, it's pretty crazy that Biden has to play like this weird game where he is like, I'm in support of Israel, but also, has to like play this card where he's like, what's happening to Palestine is kind of bad as well. Cause he's in a mix between like his donors and his voters.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of see that point, but let's be honest here, dude. No one with any real power supports Palestine or the Palestinians, and every single person with power, like Joe Biden has repeated over and over again. I always share that one video of him saying that, if I was a Jew, I'd be a Zionist, and then he says right after that, well, then my dad reminded me that I don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist, and then he goes on about how much he loves Israel. But he has, to his credit, kind of said like, hey, what's happening to the Palestinians is bad. But like the protests and everything, we all know that doesn't mean shit. And I mean, the entire right wing, like the right wing that has power, they're all in on let's fucking level Gaza. And then I think Joe Biden, I don't think he's as hawkish as that. But I think he definitely wants to, give Israel what they want. And Anthony Blinken's running the foreign policy, and he's all in on Israel too.
Well, I just think that the public perception is severely changed, and that that plays a factor for what they say publicly and what they're going to how far they're willing to push this. Because even the
Right.
Biden, I know it's like kind of like shady, but the Biden administration apparently, from pressure from the U.S., has already told them to turn on their water supply. Now they told them to do that, and they didn't tell them to turn on their electricity, so their pumps don't effectively work. But at least they're trying to do something to make it seem like they're trying to appease their base, and I think that plays a huge part in around the world. Like BBC, who went like all in on this like Israel narrative, like just like today apologized on how they were crucifying the protest in London. And their news network was like, we're sorry how we painted it. Like, not all these people are bad. They were actually advocating peace, and they're not Hamas terrorists. And it's just interesting that I just think that the public is like not really either. They're kind of like, we just want to stay out of this, or full on board with Palestine. And it doesn't seem like there's much support from like regular people for Israel.
Yeah, it really does seem like right wingers, to their credit, aren't nearly as hawkish as the elected officials, which is kind of surprising to me. But like most of the people I talk to are kind of like, we don't give a shit about Gaza, and we think most Palestinians are like pro Hamas, but like we don't want troops there, and there's few and far between that are being like, let's turn Gaza into a parking lot. Like, there's a lot of people that aren't saying that I kind of thought would be, but like I said, I think it's most of the people with power on the narrative of 40 beheaded babies, which funny enough, the White House did walk that back too after they said that. But I don't know exactly how it's going to play out, but I think the next Republican debate, I'm sure they're going to be just fondling themselves about how much they could do for Israel, our greatest allies, they would call it.
Yeah, well, I think it's just mainly because of the Israel lobby. Like, there's so much influence.
Well, RFK has been so bad.
Pretty much every American politician, even Vivek, has been kind of shady. And like, he's kind of did the DeSantis on Ukraine, where he doesn't really go all in on.
Dude, he's all in on. He's all in on Israel. You haven't heard him say like, by the time I'm president, that like Israel will be much stronger than they've ever been. I'll do the Abraham. Yeah, he said like I'll do the Abraham Accords 2.0. I mean, he's the America's ties with Israel will never be stronger.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, there's no significant, like, the only people you're seeing it from is like basically the people that don't matter in the grand scheme of things, like the libertarians and the like Green Party. Like Cornel West has been pretty good on this stuff.
Well, even like some of the dissident left, like your Jimmy Dores, Abby and Robbie Martin are really good on this issue. And then obviously like all the anti-war guys are really, really good on the matter of Israel. But like most of the populist right, I mean, I tweeted out, I said like, we figured out that this is what the populist right was always, the anti-war side, always faking gay.
Well, it was pretty funny. I saw this meme. It's like the tug of war, and it was like between Israel and Palestine. And then like on the side was like white nationalists and communists were pulling on the Palestinian side. And then like centrist Democrat Republicans were pulling on the Israel side. And like everyone's like looking around like confused.
Yeah. Who the fuck would have thought that the communists and white nationalists would be cheering together for Palestine? Man, F the Jays, bro. Come on.
Yeah, it's so funny, dude. I don't know. Do you guys know that Keith Woods guy? Do you know who
I know
he
the
is?
name, but I don't like know who he is.
So I don't want to describe him. Like, I know he claims that he's a nationalist, but he definitely falls more like the Nick Fuentes, Groper type community, like the right-wing dissident that's like banned from everything. But he's really making a name for himself because he's going all in on, and he's pointing at like a Lucas Cage or Gage, I think is another one. He was talking about this Jew. I followed him for a while. He was talking about this Jew stuff for a while, and his account just blew up because of all this stuff, dude.
Yeah, I know. I was grifting a little bit, and I definitely was throwing out some Israel. Well, you know what's funny? I was going back and forth with Austin Peterson, and funny enough, I had him on my show last Monday, and everyone's kind of giving him shit. And I said something about like the Israeli government is much worse than Hamas if you're looking at like pure fatalities. And then eventually he said like, oh well, nothing to bring out the hatred of Jews, like just something like come on, dude, really? Like, this is not what that's about. And like, I've gone out of my way to repeatedly say Israeli government, Israeli government, Israeli government. This has nothing to do with Jewish people. This is a state that proclaims to be Jewish centric and promote the interests of Jews. But not all of them are religious. Not some of them, I'm sure, are. but a lot of them are Zionists and believe in Jewish supremacy, or will use their race as a guise to protect themselves from criticism. Because it shuts down a conversation wherever you call anybody an anti-Semite. Let's get RFK. He sounds like fucking Lindsey Graham when he talks about Israel. Oh, this is a airplane carrier in the Middle East or something like that. And yeah, it's just embarrassing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's like they definitely went like the Zionists or people that support Israel are like went full leftist on this topic. Like completely full leftist, like the same exact like if you're not lockstep in with the narrative right now, you're an anti-Semite. You must hate Jews. And Ben Shapiro's like leading it. And I think it's really revealing of him because like even I would like I didn't really agree on a lot of things he said, but the way he would explain stuff, I'd be like, you know what? I kind of understand his position, but now it's not even fact based, dude. It's just like you better support the Jews, or you're like the worst enemy of mankind. It's like Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. Well, Vivek had a town hall where he said something about like someone in the audience compared Netanyahu to that 1940s Austrian painter, and he was like, "That's downright offensive." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here! You're a fucking baby, dude. Get over it." Like nobody cares if you're offended about somebody calling somebody a certain kind of Nazi. Nobody cares because you guys would have laughed at that 8 years ago when they were calling Trump a Nazi, but now all of a sudden they called your precious little Israeli people a Nazi. Now all of a sudden it's I can't believe you.
Yeah, I think like how crazy, like how crazy the left would invoke things like, oh, this is racism or this is genocide or like all this stuff, and now to like I think most people can pick up on this, like their tactics that they use to try to discredit people. Yeah. So now watching the right wing kind of try to do that stuff, like I just don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work out in their favor. I really believe there's gonna be some like backlash to this support for Israel. That's like, I think a lot of the right wing people took that America first idea. They took that very seriously. Yeah. I think that like especially after this Ukraine stuff, like we were for 2 years, we've seen right wingers screaming about how we should not be involved in this. We should be taking care of America and all that. And now on a dime, they just switched to like, we have to stop the funding to Ukraine so we can send it to Israel. And it was like, whoa, that's not really America first,
Well, like even like Matt Gaetz, he's been nothing short of heroic when it comes to Ukraine and even some stuff in the Middle East. I'll fully give him credit for that stuff. I think he's an idiot when it comes to South America and China, but like the Middle East and Ukraine, phenomenal. Couldn't be any better. But like now he came out and said, "Oh yeah, good thing Israel's on auto pay. Like we don't have to worry about that." Yeah. And in his first tweet, he was like, "Oh, the attacks from Hamas are condemnable or something like that," and America stands with Israel. And I'm like, for how bad he is on Israel, I kind of expected it to be worse, but that wasn't too bad. But then once give it a couple days, and then the full-on Zionism comes right out of him.
Yeah, so, the pressure was on.
Yeah, but you know what? And I'm kind of curious you guys' thoughts on this, but I think this could be a big fracturing for the right. And I think this could cost them the 2024 election because there's going to be a lot of division on this because I think they're going to have to figure out how to kind of play it off as being America first without telling them like we have to stand with Israel and give them all the money they want after they just made a very, very good stance on Ukraine, at least some of them. I think if they, just throw all that credibility out the window because it's Israel, I think they're going to get fucked in the election because I think the left, to their credit, has been consistent. They'll be, oh yeah, we'll back Israel, and then we'll just give a little bit of like hand waving and say like, yeah, we care about Palestinians, but Netanyahu, you got, here's your blank check, take whatever you need.
I would say this really does change things because, one, the Democrats are in a really weird bind because obviously they want to support Israel, but a lot of their base is like pretty much pro-Palestine. Even like their extremist side is like pro-Hamas. Like it's pretty crazy. But I don't know. I think it's going either way. Like this kind of fractures the left and the right, and I don't know, man. I don't know the way this is going. I don't know how it's gonna like. It either needs to die down really quick, or it's gonna start some serious like. I mean, I've already seen people claim that their like friendships are being like fractured, and like their political alliances are fractured. So I agree. I think it's going to cause problems to the right, but I think it's really going to cause problems to the left as well. So I don't know. I don't know who wins out at the end of this, and how the right is going to manage this, like America first, but also, you know, we might deploy troops to Israel. You know, like this stance. So I don't know. I have no idea how to.
Okay.
What's up, queers?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Nothing. Just a shit talking the Jays
Again?
It's hard not to talk about it. It's all my Twitter feed is right now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to bring it back to our
Jada
dicks.
Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring it back to our dicks, but I don't know how all that'll work.
Nice.
Dude, do you own a Bronco? My girlfriend has a Bronco.
Wait, a real one or the Bronco Sport?
No, she makes sure that she lets people know it's a real one.
Good for her. Because Toad drives a Bronco Sport. He's like, I drive a Bronco. I'm like, you don't, but okay.
I'm gonna tell her this because
yeah, I'm so dude. No, respect. Shout out your girlfriend. 2-door, 4-door.
It's just a 2-door.
Pussy. No, I'm kidding. It's still a real Bronco. I have a 4-door, but still a real Bronco.
I'm in on the 2-door, the old school 2-door SUVs. My dad bought a 1979 Blazer, and it sits in my garage. But 1979 Blazer 2-door with like it's red with the white top, has AC, cruise control, and all this shit. Yeah, it's so fucking nice. But that's like the real old school SUV. So as much as I'm like a GM guy, I got fucking General Motors tattoos. I do like the new Broncos because I think they're kind of like a throwback to the old school, the Power Wagons, the old school Blazers, and the old Broncos. I love it. I really do.
It's my favorite. It's like the first car I ever bought that I loved, that I could afford. You know what I'm saying? Like it took me like this long in my life to like make money where I could like buy a nice car. Where it wasn't just like an out of necessity car. Like, dude, my car before my Bronco was like when I was like at my lowest ever of like life, actually. Like my lowest ever in life. And I had to buy a Ford Escape, which is like it's a fine car, you know, but like when you're just like destitute and broke and like that's the only car. What the fuck was that? Yes, and we're looking at you because it had to be you. It wasn't us.
Yeah, we know.
We know it was you.
Dude, wait, what are you talking about?
That loud ass beep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't believe you. But
I've been screwing around with my audio, but I didn't make a beep.
That's probably it.
I can't. Well, maybe I did. But I don't know how I did.
But like, it's the first car like I bought my own money that like I could afford. That was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like I love this car. Like I love it. Like the summertime's great. I fucking top down as much as I can. You know, it's not too fucking hot or cold. Like I fucking love it, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, it is kind of upsetting because they don't make cool shit like that anymore for the most part. Like I have a 84 Monte Carlo that's like my childhood hot rod, and that has T-tops, and that's, you know, you pull the roof off in the summertime and go fucking driving around. I haven't done it in, you know, probably like, I think the last time I drove it was actually when Reed Coverdale had stayed at my house for a night when he was going back up to New Hampshire. And yeah, we took it out to go get food and then come back. Yeah, it was God, that was almost, I would say that was almost 2 years ago now. Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, like I've never taken the doors off because it's a pain in the ass and I won't do it. But
Yeah, neither.
You're like, where are you gonna put them?
yeah, that's the other thing too. Like you can put them in your trunk. I'm like, dude, if they were gonna get dinged up, are you your fucking mind? Like, no, not doing that. But point of the story is Toad drives a fake car. Is my point.
Wow.
Toad drives
Wait, Toad drives a Bronco Sport?
Yeah. You have a Bronco. I go, you don't.
It's like size appropriate for him though, because isn't he like 5'6"?
I mean, that's generous. Yeah, let's call it 5'6".
Rude.
Although I got height shamed by Brian McWilliams. I'm 6 feet tall. Brian McWilliams.
I don't know.
He's like 6'3" or 6'4". He's tall.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that like if when you see him in videos, he doesn't look like he'd be that tall. But then I've seen like pictures of him standing and like his legs are like probably up to like my neck or something.
Yeah, he's fucking super tall. He's like him and John Ottermatt, or he was even taller.
Yeah.
When I saw them at Porkfest. They were like, took a picture with them, and they were both this towering. I on purpose stood on the unlevel ground to be like their height. Like I want like a bitch. So I was like, I gotta stand higher to match their height.
Yeah, I think I remember the first time I met John. I was like, "Holy fuck, you're that tall!"
Yeah, they're fucking tall, but fuck. Dare they fucking height shade me?
The fuck?
What is that?
He's trying to put sounds in this.
You trying to do sound clips terribly? Just download them into StreamYard, stupid.
Banana.
No. Why would I do that? I have a physical device.
Hello there.
Because it would work.
No, it works.
Women pay for this.
It's like so.
Are you Chinese or Japanese?
Come on, guys.
Oh my god,
That
my
one's a good
favorite
one.
fucking show.
That's a good one.
Are you Chinese or Japanese? Yeah, I was just testing it out. I did the beep on purpose too. But yeah, are you Chinese?
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, I know that you knew that, but you didn't know that I knew that.
Did we?
Bobby, I'll let you get your tulips as long as you promise not to scream like a little girl.
King of the Hill, very American. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fantastic. Dale Gribble's one of the greatest characters ever. Look at you fucking just ripping a bong. Jesus Christ.
This is America. Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry. I put out a tweet earlier today, and I think somebody had that picture with that dude with like all the swords pointing at him and said, "What's your most controversial take about weed?" And I said, "Yeah, I think the vast majority of people who smoke weed are fucking lazy as shit."
Kyle, I smoke weed every day. I go to the gym while I'm high, you fucking loser.
Okay, so I have to ask, what is it like being stoned at the gym? Because like,
Awesome.
I'm already,
I don't like it.
I'm pretty, I'm pretty laid back as it is. So like, I've never smoked weed before, and I don't ever plan to. But like, I know if I drink alcohol, I do not want to go to the gym at all.
Not the same thing at all.
Well,
It's
I would
feel,
not say it's the same
yeah.
thing, but I just lose concentration, dude. I'm like,
Oh,
what
do you?
set am I on, dude? Like, what is?
No,
this?
I'm
Like,
actually because I have such a tolerance. It's like I'm not getting like fucked. I can't get fucked up really like off like regular pulls. So I just get like loose. So I just go into the gym like looser than I would be normally, and I just feel like more calmer. But it's not like
Are you?
I'm not like
avid
"Huh?"
smoker?
like what?
Do you smoke like every day? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that. That's
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
why.
that's definitely why. That's what I'm saying. So for me, it's like I can't be lazy. If I was lazy, I wouldn't have a career. I would
Did
never
I,
do comedy. I would never do like a pod. I would never work out. Like I work out. I go to the gym every day for 3 hours. Like, but people do get. Yeah, I think, dude, that's just a personality trait that gets amplified by weed.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
people-
what it is.
Yeah, I think it's a people
I agree
thing.
with that.
There's some people that once again, if you hand them a lemon, they'll automatically cut it, squirt it in their eyes, and then blame you for it.
Right.
Of course, Sam's eating again.
Yeah. Why?
He's eating a fucking muffin.
Who's echoing? Why do I hear myself?
I think it's Sam.
Who is
How about
that?
now? No, I still hear it.
I still hear it too.
There's definitely an echo.
It's Sam, dude. His new
Yeah, he's
yo
muted.
yo yo.
Testing.
I don't
testing.
hear
Yeah,
anymore.
it's definitely Sam.
Yeah.
I muted myself.
Yeah. no,
Um,
it's-
How are you echoing if you have headphones on?
I'm
and
trying to figure that out.
is your mic the correct like source? Like you're not talking through your computer, or your audio is not coming through your computer?
I'm using
I've
all
done
this.
that before.
I'm using all this new equipment, and it's confusing me.
Mm.
Is that better?
I'm kind of. I got to say, I'm jealous of your camera quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hear.
Are
it
you having a
now.
hard
His
time because the
eyes.
Eagles are a
Your
fucking
eyes
trash
are really
organization and lost to the Jets, and Jalen Hurts is overrated, and the Eagles are fucking undeserved 5-1? Is that why you're having a hard time?
How are the
Is that
Giants doing? What's
The
the record?
Giants got fucking robbed last night. They got fucking robbed on a holding penalty, you cunt, and you
What is
fucking know it.
record? Let me
Yeah,
just.
that is-
Oh.
Fucking know it. You fucking
I had
know it. The
Darren
whole
Waller.
world knows it. The whole world's making memes about it. Fuck you. They got fucking robbed by the Bills. Fucking refs are fucking cheating.
Giants record.
I have Darren Waller on my fantasy league. I was
Oh,
pretty
1 in
upset.
5.
It should be 2 and 4.
So 1 in 5. So I think
It
what
should
that
be
means
2 and
is
4. It should be
Suck,
2 and
Adam.
4. It should be
You
2 and
suck.
4.
Oh, it should
He
be
got
2 and
fucking
4.
robbed.
That's a really
He
good
got fucking
record.
robbed. It doesn't
Oh,
matter. It's better than 1 and 5.
We got robbed by the refs.
We did.
Had a franchise in
He
10 years.
fucking held it. You just won a Super Bowl. You've
Just
been
go
in
to
the
New
league
Jersey.
since the 60s.
Fucking
Shut the
cares.
fuck up.
Go to New Jersey.
Whoa!
You just won a Super Bowl. Finally. After
No, wait, that was
100
2
years
years
in the league, you just won a Super Bowl. Congratulations. You guys are so good.
Thank you. We are. We're
No,
fantastic.
you're not. You're trash. The Jets have beat
Yeah.
you. You fucking
You know what's
dog
great?
shit.
You know what's great?
We have more Super Bowls than you.
Lemon poppy
I
seed.
have.
Good. I hope
I
you
have
get
no
popped for
room to
heroin.
talk about anybody. So
It's all right. I just wanted to yell at Sam for being an Eagles fan and yell at the Giants for getting robbed. I'm good. I got it out.
yeah,
it's exhumed from my system.
Yeah.
We're good.
yeah, we had a
Dude,
first round draft pick this year, and we got DJ Moore, and somehow we're still 1-5.
Yeah, no, the
so-
Bears are also bad. But this is the 49ers fucked me so bad yesterday on they should have won. So they came down to a final field goal, and I had, if I won, I would have won like $400, like a decent amount of money. And I'm just standing in my living room, like just like this, the hands on my head, just standing there. And the kick goes up. I'm like, he fucking missed it for sure. And I close my eyes, I open my eyes. It's like, it's wide right, it's no good. And I didn't know like what like emotion to convey because I was so angry. So I just took off my hoodie and I just walked upstairs. Like, and I just started like circling like I didn't know what to do. I was just lost. And then I grabbed my hoodie and I held it over my head like a pillow. I started going, fuck, as loud as I can into my hoodie. I was so mad. I just didn't know what to do. That was the best thing I could do in that moment.
Yeah.
That's understandable, dude.
I understand. I'm sorry. That sucks. Almost hit that fucking parlay. They get you with it. They get you with that slow release dopamine, and then they just fuck you.
No.
And then you're like, oh, I'm so close.
Yeah, I hate whatever.
Apparently, France was eliminated from the Rugby World Cup.
Good.
We probably don't care. Shut
Don't
up,
care.
Adam. Don't talk to Frenchie like
Don't
that.
care.
Don't
Don't
talk
care
to him
about-
like that. I'm putting you lower down on the screen.
I don't. I can just put myself back up, but I don't care about. I don't care about France or rugby, for that matter.
Oh, I don't like this.
You're the heel. You're the heel. Look at my camera quality. Dude, that camera quality is so good. It's just the DSLR.
I am.
Your eyes are mesmerizing with this
Yeah. Well,
quality, man. I can't
how
lie,
does
dude.
that?
You're so blue.
That's just what
How
they
does
really are.
Yeah. How does that camera quality work?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm sorry. How do you get it to look so good?
It's
It's a better
DSLR.
camera.
Yeah, it's camera quality.
DSLR. I don't know.
DSLR camera that's being
DSLR
run
camera.
through my cord into a video, like a multi-video feed that I
Okay.
bought. My
I think mine looks pretty good for like a.
Well, you still echo, so figure your shit out, dude.
Yeah, I don't know how to work it, but it's cool stuff.
You know what? I kind of thought about another thing. My wife has like blondish, like a dirty blonde hair, and she has blue eyes. So maybe that's another reason. Like I'm like putting all these nails in the coffin of me being like the perfect anti-Semite. I'm balding, so eventually I'll be a skinhead. And yeah,
Just buzz it, dude. Like I do. Just buzz it.
Yeah.
been thinking about it, man. And like I got grays growing on the side of my head. Like you can't tell, but when my hair gets longer, I have all these. I'm not even
Dude.
30 yet.
Yeah,
You got
just
the
buzz it.
beard. You could like go full Hamas if you wanted to.
In fact, you should.
Well, didn't what's his face? Walt say that last week. He's like, "Oh, you look like you're about to join Hamas."
Yeah, he did.
I'm going to be terminated here at the end of the month because my wife and I are going on our anniversary cruise down to Florida. So,
Ooh, Florida.
the free state.
We're at in Florida.
We're leaving from Port Canaveral, which is like an hour away from Orlando.
Where's your cruise go?
We're
Canaveral or
going to the
Canaveral?
Bahamas. Canaveral? Canaveral?
Canaveral, right?
It's Canaveral?
I don't
No.
know.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sam, what are you doing?
I can't hear you.
We can't hear you, but we don't
not
hear the
muted.
echo.
Yeah, he's not muted though, so it's his mic. I think it's
Okay.
Cape Canaveral, isn't it?
It is Cape,
Maybe it is.
Yeah, I think Sam's agreeing with me.
Okay.
Thumbs up
All
if
right,
you're
my bad.
agreeing with me. Give me
Yeah.
yeah.
Cape Canaveral.
Sorry.
Canaveral, yeah.
All right, Cape Canaveral. Canaveral.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Canaveral.
Uh,
Cape
uh,
Canaveral. We're leaving from Port Canaveral. So
And when are you doing that?
it will be November 9th to the 14th.
I'm leaving out of there in January for a cruise.
I've never been on a cruise because I don't think I'd like them. I think I'd hate them actually.
Really? They
Yeah, I
have
think I
comedians
hate
on
'em.
them all the time, and they're actually like they're packed, and I don't know.
Kyle, can I
enjoy
tell
it.
you a little comedy fun behind the scenes secret?
Yeah.
No one respects cruise comedians.
Come on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I seriously
I
didn't
didn't know
know,
that was a thing.
Yeah, they are. That's the lowest of the comic you could be, and like they're all hacks. It's a universally hackified comic job. Like, I mean, I think they pay well, some of them, so like I get it, but just know you're a hack. Just know that going into it, you are garbage. Yeah.
Ah, well, I feel like maybe if you like not like if you weren't like the house comedian, but maybe doing it would probably be cool. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Typo Lacoud. I just noticed that.
Yeah, no. I just cruises to me seem like I don't know. That seems like a lazy man's vacation.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
Dude, you spend maybe $1,000 and you have all you can eat, all you can drink, and it's like 3 days of just nice weather.
Okay, but I raise you going to Mexico for all inclusive. It's like the same thing.
Is it really?
Pretty much. Yeah. Dude, okay, so I go to this place in Mexico called Jesus Christ, Live Aqua.
Uh-huh.
And if you catch it at the right time, it's like 1,400, 1,500, 1,600 per person, give or take. And you go down there and it's right on the fucking beach, right in the hotel zone in Cancun, right in the 7 shape. It's like a 7. It's like shaped like a 7. It's like the hotel zone. It's right on the ocean. Zero walk to the beach. You walk out of the hotel and it's like a fucking, I don't know, like 100-yard walk to the beach. Like it's right there. I mean, you have 5 restaurants, all you could drink, all you can eat, all day, all night. Booze, everything. There's a Starbucks in there for free. Like everything is already included for.
That's still about double the price of the cruise, though, because the cruise is like when I say like $1,000, I mean for me and my wife.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought it was per person.
But no. Actually, what you're saying there is actually, I still think that's pretty damn good.
No, it is. It is really cheap. I'm saying it's cheap, and you don't have to leave the resort. You can like the hotel zone in Cancun's pretty safe. Like people think it's like the cartel's gonna like fucking kidnap you. But this is what we've been going enough, and like I talked to enough people, and this is what I learned. Fun fact about little Cancun. So the local government is run by like 4 or 5 families down there who've been doing it forever, right? And they like control what gets built and doesn't get built down there. Yeah. And they like it's a racket for sure. It's not like it's on the up and up any of this, but so these families kind of just control Cancun. They allow who can and can't build hotels, right? And if you want to build a hotel there, well, you better pay one of those families money. That's how it is. It's like the mafia, right? Yeah. So they have a deal with like the local cartels where they're like, we don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with us. Like you don't fuck with our tourism and our commerce, we won't fuck with your tourism, your commerce, which is drugs, right? So
sex trafficking.
Yeah. So what Sam, mute your fucking mic.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ. I muted it. It's fucking so annoying. So what the local government will do to make you feel safe is like 3 times a day on the beach, the entire length of the beach, they will just run randomly the Marine helicopters and they'll be flying like 100 yards like above the beach. And they're just guys hanging out there with fucking like rifles. And then they'll have like armored personnel, not carriers, but like the scaled back version of that, I guess, like the 4-wheeler version, like the bigger 4-wheel version of that, with like guys hanging off the side, like with fucking rifles, all in black, like SWAT gear shit, just riding up and down the beach every now and then, just to be like, we got you, don't worry, nothing's gonna happen to you guys. It's like, okay. but that's the deal, because the cartels want to get fucked with, right?
Yeah.
Like fucking with us isn't worth it to them. But like, oh, okay, cool. Like, we'll just stay outside of the hotel zone, and they're like, yeah, cool. And like, if there is shit that goes down on the in the beach in the hotel zone, it's always like cartel on cartel. It's never like, it's like they're
cartel
fucking with
on people. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's gonna they like, I was talking to one of the workers there, and he straight up told me, he was like, if they ever were to like really start fucking with tourism, he's like, the local government is just gonna put every dollar they have into the police and military here, and they're gonna fucking go after them, and they don't want that like hassle.
Yeah.
So they're like, just gonna fuck. Yeah, it's smart.
Dude, what's really funny is actually on the I used to listen to the Pat McAfee show a lot, like when it first came out, and he had like this guy on from the State Department. And I thought it was the weirdest thing, but he had like some guy on from the State Department. There's like some like friend's dad or his friend's uncle, and he just wanted to get him on. This is before he was even had to deal with Barstool. So like when he started when he very first started,
very beginning, yeah.
And like Pat McAfee was asking all these questions about like government and like terrorism and all this stuff. And it was like a random ass question. He asked him about Snowden and like all these things. And he ended up asking the guy about like, well, aren't you worried that like, what if like the terrorists and the cartel like team up and then like they just like sneak them into the border and do some attack? And the State Department guy's like, no, you don't understand. The cartel doesn't want that kind of media attention. So the cartel is actually a pretty good security force at the border in that sense from terrorism, because they'll shut that shit down because they want access through our border.
Right.
So if they bring attention to the border, then the government's going to be like, we got to shut this shit down. There's got to be some sort of response if terrorists come.
You ever see Sicario?
I know the movie. I've never seen it.
Great fucking movie, Sicario. But essentially, it's, I mean, that's like using our military industrial complex over, like breaching country laws and all that shit. It's a great movie though. But essentially, it's like, yeah, the cartel, the cartel's like, no, we just want to like do what we're doing. Like, stop fucking interfering with our shit. Yeah. And like in the movie, it's like, I think it's the Justice Department like teams up with like the FBI and like a few like just special forces dudes who do not give, and they're just operating under what they ever want to operate, and like they go into Mexico through the tunnels and like take them on like on the Mexican side, but like hush shut. So like it's a great movie, but that's what they're pretty much saying. The cartel's like, stop fucking coming down here, like stop, go away.
Kind of to your point though, like I think if the cartel would start fucking with people, that would blow up in the media. Like you would hear about that for months. And
100%.
Once again, to your point, the local government would probably be like, all right, well, we're going to go like murder every single one of you fuckers because you just destroyed our income. So, don't fuck around and don't find out. So honestly, that kind of sounds like a happy balance. It sounds fucked up, but I mean, like it works.
Dude, that's why it's like the mafia worked. Like the Italian mafia, that shit did work to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like
they come up naturally. They're political structures that are created naturally. Is my echo gone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what happened.
Is it you're gay?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. And my computer and the equipment could tell. And but I fixed it.
Good.
I found it. Never mind. Yeah. So are you, and you love the Eagles.
Did you go for Mike Pence's anti-gay treatments?
Oh my God, I should try that.
What the hell was the dude they always say he looks like from the what the fuck was the TV show? Oh my God, it's right on the tip of my tongue.
He looked like Hank Hill's dad.
No. Tom, there's no way he killed 50 men. I'm just saying.
I said he looked like.
No, I'm thinking of not Johnny Quest. Oh my God, it was
Banner. Race Banner. Race Banner was Johnny Quest. It was Johnny Quest's dad's sidekick, Race Banner. That's like Brock Sampson's like character in Venture Brothers. He's playing him.
Okay, but mafias and cartels, like a lot of times they're just the structure that comes out of comes out of instability. Like the government is too corrupt to have power in a certain area, so the power comes from somewhere else, and that is created in the form of cartels and mafias and a lot of these criminal organizations. I mean, crime to have crime, you necessarily need laws. So you have to have society. So really, it's just the laws that they live by. But since they don't live by the laws of the greater society, they're viewed as negative. And you can also say that, oh, they kill people, they do all this bad stuff. It's like, yeah, well, so do governments. But it's just a justification. It's a difference in how what they're doing is justified. Because people in a country that has a law system and they have a military that isn't corrupt enough, a police that isn't like corrupt enough for them to not be considered illegitimate by anybody, then the violence that they commit, them taking people's freedom, is going to be allowed. And a lot of that is the same type of conversation that we have when we're talking about Israeli violence versus Palestinian violence. And you have people that support Israel saying that the Palestinians are barbaric and they kill people and they must be dealt with in this way. But the fact is that Israel also kills innocent civilians, and they do it in a way that certain people view as acceptable. They're like, oh, they only do it accidentally. But that's not even necessarily true. That's not what collateral means. Collateral means it's not on accident. You know it's going to happen. Right. And that's what it is in a lot of these cases. And
it's
so
your perception of legitimacy.
And it's the perception of legitimacy of the organization and their righteousness in committing violence and what types of violence are allowed, rather than in them just being violent or not.
Yeah, so like dropping airstrikes is like acceptable in the first world, whereas if you walk up and shoot a kid, like that's like the worst barbaric thing that's ever happened.
That's kind of my point about the mafia is like they just kind of fucking killed other mafia. It's like they were just walking into stores and being like, boom, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, I mean, yeah, sometimes that shit, but usually it was like, we're only going to fuck with other connected guys. We're going to do that. We won't fuck with the regular general public as long as they don't fuck with us. And then, also like, think about this too. regular people just break like I'm talking about people not connected to like crime syndication. So just the regular common criminal just breaking into cars, stores, whatever. They were way more afraid of the mafia than they were of the cops. And that shit just didn't happen in those neighborhoods back then. Now no one gets right. That's dead. But back then, like again, my grandfather grew up with a bunch of fucking connected guys. So like he would always tell stories about like he's like those neighborhoods though. He's like they were run well. He's like the cops didn't fuck with them. He's like the mafia didn't fuck with the cops. He's like everybody kind of knew their place back then, you know. And he's just like he's like there wasn't too much local crime. He's like you had your occasional bullshit, but he's like there weren't people breaking into cars all the time because they were gonna find the guy doing that and kill him. Like
hold on,
the cops aren't.
Like the guy said to play devil advocate, Hamas tends to use horrible tactics like human shields and child labor to build the Gaza Metro.
Yeah, Hamas is awful.
Yeah, they're not good.
Yeah.
But the human shield thing is such bullshit because that means that's a talking point that they use to say that everybody is essentially their fair game.
No, but this is no, but even if that was true, it's like but like the average Palestinian isn't doing that. That's like a very specific group of people who are doing that, who are Palestinians. This is the point. It's just like it's
And I don't think anyone's defending Hamas.
No one's defending Hamas, right? Yeah.
But the problem is that people are defending the IDF, and that's like I'm not defending Hamas. Hamas is obviously terrible, but people are defending the IDF and they're
left and right.
Yeah. And that's not, I don't like that, dude. Like, and I don't like, I feel the same way about the US military.
Yeah. Well, people make this like idea that because the Palestinians like voted for Hamas, then it's like,
but that was them.
That was in 2006, but also back in like this, I think it was like the 70s or 80s, like the prime minister that was elected at the time was a Zionist terrorist. He was blowing up Muslims in Lebanon and Palestine. So you can make that same argument about the Israelis. Like you literally elected a terrorist as your prime minister.
The other thing is, and I forget where I heard this from. I think Kim Iverson was talking about this on that Sabby Sabs show, where actually the original Zionist movement wasn't even religious. They were all atheists that were just Jewish people, and they wanted to have a place to call their home, and they were very, very like against other religions and stuff like that. But then obviously it eventually kind of got tied in with the whole religious deal. I may be misquoting some of that, but if I do remember correctly, I think actually a lot of the old Zionists were all actually secular. Like they weren't making their entire thing about being Jewish, but they did believe that the Jews should have their own area.
Well, the religious aspect is it's fake anyway. Like it's because there are different types of religion.
Just call the Zionism fake and gay. Come on, just get right to the point.
Yeah, it is that, but it's like them saying that it's religious is fake. It's functionally and practically it's ethnically and culturally. And it's Ashkenazi and Sephardic, but it's like that's the way they accept it. And that causes a lot of tension, as well as other differences between different factions. But
Biden's visiting Israel on Wednesday.
Of course he is.
Official.
Yeah, well, once again,
Secretary of State.
Okay.
He's got to go bow to our overlords.
Yeah, he's got to go kiss the ring of Netanyahu. And I think Anthony Blinken was already over there. But how much you want to bet every single right winger is going to say that he's not doing enough for Israel? Because I think I've already seen that by a few people say that. But then even like DeSantis is out there saying the days of placating Iran are over. Like,
dude,
okay,
that's a crazy thing to say.
It is. But though, you know what?
Is there a large Jewish population in Florida? Like, why is he going so?
DeSantis has always been very, very Zionist. Like he signed a lot of legislation.
All establishment people are
in Florida. Like when he would go sign bills for Florida over in Tel Aviv, and he'd hold these press conferences in Tel Aviv. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, it was really, really weird. And then part of like some of the hurricane cleanup, he got the IDF to come down and clean.
Are you kidding me? Is that real?
Yeah.
Yes, this is live. There's also, this is something that Frenchie, who is Meta Nagin, I call him Frenchie because he's French. Yes, very clever. It's from The Boys. Very creative nickname that I attached to the French fellow.
About my parents' French bulldog. So.
Oh yeah, love French bulldog.
When you say.
Oh, you know what's funny? My singer and bass player actually breed two different dogs. They have Italian Mastiffs and they also do little French bulldogs too.
I love that. I want one. My friend has one. But he mentioned something earlier and it just left my head. But he our politics, how the neocons tend to be heavy for Israel. And I don't know specifically what we should probably look it up what his religious beliefs are, what DeSantis's religious beliefs are. But there is a large, the most powerful faction in like the Christian right is this. It's this Southern.
DeSantis is a practicing Catholic who has positioned himself as a
Oh,
defender
yeah.
of the Christian faith.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and usually you would expect them to be. Yeah, that's disappointing. Usually, like,
Yeah.
and this is true of a lot of Catholics and other mainstream Protestants in general, but the evangelical Christians
Yep.
are heavily, heavily involved with Zionism. And it's this really odd thing where they even believe in the idea of Jewish people as like a lot
God's
of them. I'm not
chosen
saying all of them
people.
as God's chosen people, which is ridiculous. Like the Jewish people as God, and we should say Jewish. Apparently, there's a difference in the way that it gets picked up. I'm sure that's just trying to shift the way it's talked about. But yes, obviously, he is definitely a poor example of defender of faith. So is Biden. It's unfortunate they're both Catholic, but
Well, yeah, but like 60% of Christian or 60% of the U.S. population, I think, is actually identifies as Christian. Now, if you break this down, I think it's like 50% of that goes to church. I might be wrong, but I know it's if you Google, I think it says 61% of the of America is Christian. So you know, how many of those people feel like, you know, the Jewish people are God's chosen people, which
it's very
is like
common
a
in
very,
the evangelicals, is what I'm saying, and they're a very politically connected group. They're like, there was a lot of them they have been for years on the right with the Republicans, and they were heavily with Trump, and they're very Zionist themselves. Other Protestants do, other Catholics do. It's sometimes, but
Why
it's
is that?
characteristic of
Where did that
evangelical.
come from?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
told my two Jewish comedian friends at our live podcast we did for Cult of Us last week. I said, "You guys killed my God, so you know." I don't really,
Well,
I don't really
I've
care.
heard this. I don't know. I'm not. I don't really. I'm not practicing religion. I don't really know much about religions very well. But I've heard this before that Jewish people, like, they see Jesus Christ as like, you know, a criminal that rebelled against Rome at the time, and they don't really see him. They see him as like this false prophet. Where Muslims actually view Jesus as a prophet. They don't view him as
just a lesser one than Muhammad.
I think
Yeah,
a messenger,
lesser.
like a messenger, right? Like a messenger.
But like
they
number
call him,
two
whatever.
to
Right, yeah.
Muhammad.
Yeah,
like
right.
And they
Jesus
have a
and
lot
some
of
other people
respect
are like
for him.
number two. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I would like, so in my perspective, like, I don't understand these things, but wouldn't Christians and Muslims get more along than than they would with the Jews, because they just literally view Jesus as like this criminal against their
I think
religion.
that comes down to culture and stuff. I think that
comes down
like
to
it's like
practicality.
Westernism as opposed to the Easternism. you know,
Well,
you know,
it's probably
Maybe,
because,
yeah.
it's probably because how Jewish people have treated, you know, Muslims over the
Right.
last couple decades, that eventually, like, all right, well, if you're going to terrorize us for, you know, the last
Yeah.
100, you know, 200 years, then all right, well, we don't like Jewish people
Yeah.
anymore, so therefore
And-
we
and
Muslims
Christians
are.
and Christians have gone over there on the Israeli behalf.
Exactly.
Right.
By the way, I
So-
want to point something out that Catholics, or I mean, I can only speak on behalf of Catholics. Yes, I know for a fact, are not treated well when we go to Israel or the temple. They spit at you and shit.
Really?
There's videos.
Well,
There's
okay,
videos
so-
of it.
Yeah, Max
Videos of it.
Max Blumenthal had detailed out his trip because
fuck.
all Jewish people have that birthright citizenship trip, and what
Mhm.
they do is they like strongly encourage all Jewish people to mate. Like they want, like they tell them, don't. If they're Christian, if they're any different religion, you should not mate with them, and they really want them to. It's very, very.
That's the
strange.
practicality of it.
Dude, that is straight up supremacist shit, dude.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
had a-
Like,
I had
It is.
a
like, this
buddy.
is shit my dad would say about white people, and then he would be canceled, you know? Like,
Dude, I had a buddy who he's Catholic, went to Israel on like a mission thing, whatever, and he was filming himself walk around the temple down there, you know, where it's supposed to be all religions are welcome and it's the peace of all. And you
Sure,
had like
yeah.
Hasidic Jews going like at his feet, like straight up, just like spitting on his feet, being like not physically pushing, you know, but like intimidating. And like they would like kind of posture up to him and like they were like yelling at him in whatever Hebrew, I'm assuming, and like they were spitting at his feet and they were being like blah blah like that shit, like fucking ushering them. And he's like, okay, and he just fucking like shut the camera off and left.
That's weird, dude.
wow. dude.
They do not like you or us. They did not. But then I looked into it. That wasn't like a one-off thing. There's multiple videos of that out there. Like you go look that shit up. Like go look that
Well,
shit up. It's crazy.
It's really interesting because Ashkenazi Jews, when you start looking at the IQ stuff, it's Ashkenazi Jews and Asians that have the highest IQ on average.
Mhm.
So like think about that for a minute. So like we both know that, or everybody knows that like Asians and then obviously Jewish people have very, very tight knit families, and they're very, very picky. Like Asian people are very racist. Like when you look
Yes.
into Chinese
Yeah,
culture,
they are.
they hate
yeah.
other people, and it's the same way
Yeah.
the Jewish people are, and they don't want them breeding outside of their own race.
Dude,
But
Brooklyn,
they ended up
Brooklyn,
being way, they end up being way smarter than most of the other
Yeah.
races. So I'm not saying like this is just, you can't, this is just pattern
There's something
recognition.
to that.
There's something to it.
Yes.
that.
yes,
Yeah.
100%, dude.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of it, but I mean, it's like, fuck, if it worked.
Yeah, well, I would
Uh,
explain like just on like a hierarchical perspective of like why Jews are so much like elevated economically or maybe
Yeah.
closer to power structures in society.
but yeah,
they
right.
might have higher IQs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think some people get a little crazy with the JQ stuff, and I could see why, but I think it's mostly, I think it's just mostly because of higher IQ. Like, we don't really worry about Asians because, like, the Asians don't really have an influence on our culture or our government, but the Jewish people.
Kung Fu, Kyle. Watch your goddamn mouth, okay?
Well, it's one aspect as compared to, our entire foreign policy.
Bruce Lee beat Chuck Norris. Okay, that was a big
Yeah.
deal.
And he's still mad about it.
But is Chuck Norris Jewish?
I don't know.
Do I
He
ask
wasn't
questions?
Hollywood, so
I don't know.
maybe.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah. That's
Now,
weird.
Yes.
I think the bong's finally setting in.
Yeah, yeah. So is that what the fuck?
You
is that,
falling
dude?
asleep over there, dude?
no, I'm
the
good.
fuck
I'm
is
just
that?
fucking around. I agree.
Cool. Great analysis. Good way to add
Thanks for
on.
that. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for adding that one to
apologize.
the conversation.
I apologize.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's pretty weird. 'Cause don't most of the Jews in Israel come from Europe?
Well, at this point, I think a lot of them are born there, but
Well,
over time, yeah, a lot of them. But there's a lot of Arab Jews, Sephardic, which do not have the same thing. The increase in IQ for the Ashkenazi Jews came out of a bottleneck of population where only particular numbers of them survived. I don't think it's a necessarily a staying within their own people thing, because that's just a general thing throughout most of the world. It's most of the rest of the world, and even the West up until somewhat recently, although less so because of the more and longer lasting movement of people. But that was true in the Middle East as well. But the Khazar hypothesis, it's complicated, and some people will accuse you of anti-Semitism for even bringing it up. I think it all comes.
we just gave them a compliment.
Yeah, no. The Khazar hypothesis is this other thing. It's like it's not necessarily set in stone that, like, I mean, I don't know, but Ashkenazis, like, there's this idea that they're from this place in Israel, which is the justification for them to take that land.
Sure,
But
yeah.
the idea that the people that are Jewish today are descended from the Jews of Judea is heavily contested and kind of a topic you're not allowed to talk about.
Yeah, I heard this. So I heard that. So the people that were in Palestine, and then like the story is that the Jews were ran off. But someone mentioned that the Ottoman Empire was actually, if you were a different religion besides Muslim, you had to pay higher taxes.
Yeah,
So a lot
different
of people
taxes
think-
usually higher. Yeah.
And a lot of people think that these people just naturally converted to Islam because they didn't want to pay the higher tax. And I mean, I'm
It
sure
happened a lot.
a little bit of truth to that.
No, there's a lot of truth to that. It's not
So
talked
there-
about.
Okay, so then to pretend that, like, like just because your family was Jewish in Europe means that you can come back and kick people off their. It's possible that the Palestinian families were there for thousands of years.
Yeah.
They were possibly the original Jewish people.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine that my singer in my band was arguing with me about this. Oh, well, do you know Palestine's like not a thing? Like, well, who cares? That doesn't mean you get to just plant a state on top of them and start taking all their land.
I'm gonna try that
How
for
the fuck
banks.
does that
Like
work out?
this bank isn't a thing, so just give me the money. It's not. I don't. It's like give me the vaults. What's the problem?
My
Do it
family
over
was
there.
like being kicked out of land in Ireland in favor of Protestants like 200 years ago, like 10 times more recently than that. So like, can I just go grab some land from a Protestant in?
Yeah, I'm torn between that one because I'm English, but I'm also Catholic, so I don't know what side to take on that one.
That's true as well. It's like there was times when English Catholics were like, there was a lot of patronage going on when it would shift religions, which it did a lot in the 16th century and the 17th century. You would lose your job just because you were the wrong religion in the different patronage network.
Yeah,
But
no, I mean,
like it's true that the Middle East was always violent, but the idea that it was always Christians, and there's a lot of Palestinian Christians, by the way, but the idea that it was always Christian and Jewish versus Muslim is completely wrong. Like there was even within the Ottoman Empire and throughout like the last 1,000-2,000 years, there's always been competing different groups and different subpopulations, like the Armenians that are traditionally Christian, and like within the Ottoman Empire, smaller kingdoms that were mixed, and some of them were Druze, which is, Druze is like, it's another one. It's like another Abrahamic religion. It's like the fourth most common one, but there's even more than that. But Druze is just the fourth most common one. And they're somewhat relevant today in certain times. You can still hear about them, but there's a lot of these alliances that were made between Druze and Muslims against Christians, or maybe a certain Christian sect is allying with the Druze against the Jews and the Muslims. Like there was always different local issues with people. It's never something that's set in stone, and the alliances can shift over time. So like 100 years ago, like it was the British who were leaving as imperials that essentially handed it over to the Jewish people instead of the other people. And they kind of set that in stone. But what ends up happening is whoever is kind of able to take and hold the land, and it's the monopoly on violence, and they won the war. That's why they got it. And if they lose a war, they'll lose it, and they'll stop being able to instill their will on anybody else. And that's why the Palestinians can't do anything. There was actually a Sean Strickland tweet about it. And he said it exactly right. We did not do that section. Sean Strickland.
Well, that's because Luke's not here.
SS.
The SS.
Oh, yeah. Luke wanted to do it. Okay, but yeah, was that enough talking?
No,
Bay
that was
Invictus.
Enlightful.
Did you just say enlightful?
Yeah.
Did you
I
mean to
feel
say
enlightened. I feel enlightened now.
But enlightful, like enlightened and wonderful?
Yeah.
Could be a new thing, dude.
Did you mean to say that?
Enlightful.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
All right,
I
that's a
don't know
word
what
now.
else to say.
Enlightful.
Yeah.
Look it up,
Enlightful,
dude.
double down, and I guess F the J's.
All words are made up. What does it fucking matter, dude?
Hell yeah,
Okay?
bro. They're all social
That's true.
constructs. You can just drop a hard R right now. Do it.
Oh.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's- Wait, it's gonna be pretty soon. We can't even drop the hard K anymore, dude.
I know it's ridiculous. Unless things keep shifting.
Hard K.
Do I
Man,
need to say
I'm
it?
fucking
I don't think we should.
It might not be good, especially with the tensions now.
Yeah, it's probably not great.
Oh. Took me a minute. I got it.
At least
Does
figure
it
out,
rhyme?
bro.
Does it rhyme with dyke?
It sure
Yes.
does. At least I think it does.
Okay. It took me a minute, but I got it.
I also heard there's a lot of like LGBTQ stuff that goes on in Israel. Is that true too?
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of butt fucking.
Yay.
Well, there's I mean, they're not. I don't think any more than ours.
Oh,
I
did
don't
it come
think so.
from there, dude?
Did what? What? Does
Did
being
gayness
gay
come from the
originate in
Jews?
Israel?
Does it come from the Jews, dude?
But fucking
Oh,
porn
gosh.
came from the Jews.
I think this is a natural spot when we're asking if gay sex comes from the Jays.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate question, dude.
I'm going to say I don't know, but I think not. I would bet not.
All right, you know
What
maybe,
books were the Nazis burning? Okay, I'm just asking questions.
maybe we should wrap on this, and I'm really curious. What do we think about Kanye West and his
Don't dead name him. Dead name him. Yee.
One of the fucking best rappers.
Yee is the GOAT.
dude, College Dropout, College Graduation. Those albums are legitimately fucking great albums. So if we're talking about his talent, amazing. Also, amazing.
I want to see if I can find the video I'm thinking of.
I love Adolf Hitler.
Yeah. I got my net.
And then Alex, the funniest thing was when Alex Jones was like, "Well, you don't really mean it like that, dude." And he's like, "No, I mean it like that."
No, I do. No, dude. One of my favorite Kanye songs is called "Flashing Lights." Okay, it's a pretty well known song. Not one of his bigger songs, but it's it's a well known song. There's a part of the song where he goes, "I hate these N-words more than a Nazi." So he's saying back in 2012 that I hate these people more than I hate actual Nazis. He says it in the song.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He's always been fucking unhinged, and I love it. It is so fucking fun. I remember there's I think someone was trying to interview him for the media, and he just smiled at him and then got into his car and fucking ran off. I remember watching wild videos of him way back in the day of just fucking with the media because he's I think he legitimately has issues, but I love it. It's so fucking funny.
Dude, I love when he explains his thought process. And he's like, I think in 3 or 5 dimensions. So it takes a while for me to explain because I have to explain every direction that I'm trying to my thought.
I love Hitler.
Not have said that.
Oh, we're getting pulled from YouTube for sure.
Oh gosh, you can't say that. You can't say it.
Say H-man. You gotta say H-man.
That's what I mean by the 1940s Austrian painter.
I know, but then you said it.
I did. I didn't realize, but I couldn't help it. It was so fucking funny.
Dude,
that whole episode.
Comedy always outranks everything
40
else.
minutes in. Do you think?
Well, no, Sam was fucking playing video games for an hour.
So we might be okay.
Yeah, he was probably dropping N-bombs before we got on here, talking shit.
No, it was
hard R's.
Korean kids.
Maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Okay, we wrapping it up.
I mean,
Yeah.
we should.
Probably that
And
time.
yeah, for Kanye, Jews.
We're gonna get kicked off YouTube.
Oh my god, I love it.
I'm gonna go watch the football game.
Oh, all right. This has been another episode.
Yeah.
We might see you guys next week. Bye.
This has been a Drop Tent Media Production.